Welcome back to episode 120 of the ATD Baseball Podcast. We have made it to opening week, the one here in the United States at least. Um, Feels good. We have made it through the dark days of winter. A little bit darker where you guys on the East Coast because of the weather and everything, but we have made it. Opening day begins this week. All our teams will be in action. The Dodgers are 2-0, so very excited about that. They got off to a good start last week in Japan. Um, we have predictions. These are the big ones. We've given you our division predictions. But now we're going to the big ones. We got World Series prediction, Manager of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young and MVPs. And we'll give you our playoff teams. And any other stuff you comes to your mind in the next however long. You can mention it here. But before we get into everything that we want to touch on today, fellas, how you doing? And yes, we got Mikey today, as we mentioned last week. Excited about that, gentlemen. How we doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Like you said, opening week is here. We've been waiting for it. We've kind of piled up to it. With all the division previews and the drafts. It's always a fun time, but it's always a good sign when they're over because guess what? We made it to opening week and we couldn't be happier. Um, some of these guys here might be a little bit happier than I am about opening day. Yankees are riddled with injuries at the moment. Um, I knew it, son of a bitch. I knew it. I knew it. Hey, as soon as Thursday comes, that shit goes away. Oh man, we'll give it to you one last time. But I'm doing good. Melo, you already mentioned it, and you look like you're doing fantastic. Mikey, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited for the season to start. Watch some Phillies.
Yeah, doing great. First day back at Dodger Stadium yesterday. They went through a whole bunch of construction. There was many Dodger fans asking like a month and a half ago, will the stadium be ready for opening day? Of course it will. What are you talking about? So, I got there yesterday. You would have never known that there was construction at that place. You would have never known because the construction workers did an excellent job um, of getting everything underneath. The Dodgers got new clubhouses, which some of the Dodger players on their Instagram stories were kind of previewing a little bit. They did show their locker. They didn't show much of anything else, which is fine. So um, I'm sure we'll see all that on Thursday, but I'm doing well. As you mentioned, yeah, very happy. Uh, the moment has finally arrived. I am excited to see what the World Series ring will look like for this Dodger team. And I get to see the banner and the ring ceremony this Friday. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Hopefully, I can kind of go on my little 20-minute break, but we'll see. I doubt it, but we'll be very busy at that time. But I am doing well. Opening day is here. Dodgers got off to a great start um, in Japan last week. I'm glad both teams made it back to the States safely. And because we're not really going to touch on any of other teams this week, I just want to send a quick get well soon continue to Mookie Betts. I'm getting a little worried. I'm getting a little worried. This dude has now lost like 20 pounds. And he was in the lineup. He was in the lineup yesterday when I arrived at the stadium, and then about an hour before game time, about an hour and a half, he got scratched again because he was vomiting in the morning, threw up his breakfast, and ever since they left 2 days before they left for Tokyo, hasn't been able to eat solid food. He can eat smoothies, drink smoothies and stuff like that, but can't eat any solid food. He's down to 20 pounds. Um, Hopefully they figure out what's going on with him because, like I said, we need him for this. We need him, but if it means for him not to be in the lineup Thursday, I'm fine with it. Like he has to get his health in order first. So, just want to mention that a quick. Continue to get well soon to Mookie Betts because we need you, buddy. But
Um,
anyways, yes,
also too, I want to say something real quick about former Yankee. This means absolutely nothing, but Brett Gardner, his son, unexpectedly passed away. a day ago. Was when the news report broke. Jack Curry, who's the known Yankees reporter, first tweeted about it. That their youngest son, Miller Gardner, he was 14 years old and he passed away in his sleep. It was very unexpected. It was absolutely tragic. Deepest condolences go out to Brett Gardner. You know, he was a guy who, I obviously loved watching as a Yankee fan, but none of that matters. What matters is that, condolences and prayers to him and his family. Um, Absolutely tragic. It's truly is heartbreaking, and it shocked the baseball world. And you know, it's just one of those things that you don't wish to talk about, and you don't wish it ever happens. But unfortunately, freak accidents like that happen, and it sucks. It really does. So deepest condolences to Brett Gardner and the entire Gardner family. Absolutely tragic.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said. Um, all right,
Yep.
we have predictions. Everything. Um, let's not. Let's get into it. Um, let's start. We'll work our way. We'll work our way to the top here, because I think we have to do World Series predictions last. We don't give you the full we don't give you the full
Yes.
course meal first. You gotta get the entrees and stuff. So let's go. Let's start. If you guys are cool, there. Let's start with rookie of the year.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Yeah, let's start with the rookie
Yep.
of the year.
All right.
Um, I'll go first. I am not picking Roki Sasaki to win rookie of the year. I really want to. I really want to. But when you hear some of my other predictions, I gotta bounce it out a little bit. So I am not giving it to Roki Sasaki as bad as I want to. Also, too, I gave it to Yamamoto last year, and that didn't work out so well. But maybe I'm also doing a little trickery here. Maybe if I don't pick Sasaki, maybe he'll win it anyways. So
Okay.
I'm picking Dylan Cruz from Washington. It was between him and Matt Shawn for Chicago, but I'm going with Dylan Cruz. So much hype around this kid, and he's just gonna add to this more kind of rebuilding Nationals team. I think he's your NL Rookie of the Year. It's my first pick.
Yeah. I'll go second, and we'll keep the trend going for all the other awards. I also have Dylan Cruz here. This was an easy one for me. I think Washington is sneaky good this year. I think that young core is starting to come together. I'm not saying they're a postseason team, but what I am saying is this core of guys that they have down there in DC is making some noise. I really do think that they're trending the right way. They really are, and I'm excited for this Nationals team this year. Um, and I think Dylan Cruz is he's gonna ball out, man. I think he's gonna win Rookie of the Year.
Yep. This is going to be a sweep. I also have Dylan Cruz. Uh, I'm excited. I know I'm a Phillies fan. They're in my division, but I'm excited watching the
Mm.
Nationals team. They finished fourth last year. Marlins finished fifth. Obviously, the three teams ahead of them are pretty good too. So Nationals are a young, upcoming team, and I'm pretty excited to watch them.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, moving on to the American League side. You know, I really want to go with Jason Dominguez. I really do. I really do. But I need a pitcher in there. I need a pitcher. And I think they're going to build off of already a pretty good season last year. Give me the Tigers pitcher, Jackson. What's his last name? It looks Job. Yeah,
So,
see, I knew that.
That's
Jackson Job. Jackson Job.
yeah.
That's my NL Rookie of the Year, AL Rookie of the Year. Jesus, from the Detroit Tigers. Gonna step in and give some support behind Tarek Skubal.
I
So
like that pick. If I wasn't such a homer, I may have gone with it. However, I'm taking Jason Dominguez here.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
This kid has had so much hype around him since the Yankees signed him as an international free agent. This kid is ridiculous. The potential surrounding this kid is absolutely wild. Um, he's extremely young yet, and I think with the departure of Juan Soto and the arrival of Cody Bellinger, it kind of opens up the door for a guy like Jason Dominguez to make a huge impact at the major league level. And I think he's going to do it, man. We got a very small taste of what Jason Dominguez can do at a full potential healthy season. However, he had a freak accident last year. Um, he homered his very first at bat against Justin Verlander in Houston. He immediately became one of those like, all right, every Yankee fan knows who Jason Dominguez is, and I think he's going to make his mark this year. Full season, healthy, and he looks like he's our starting left fielder. He's going to be in there, and he's going to, you know, he's going to tear it out. I truly do think so. Yeah, this kid, we've been waiting for him to arrive in the big leagues. He's here. He's healthy. He's ready to go, and I think he's going to make some noise.
I will also be taking Jackson Jobe. He's just going to add to the Tigers' young core. They made it to the playoffs last year, made an impact, advancing to the ALDS. I think Jackson Jobe is just going to add to that and add to their young core.
Good pick. I like it.
As I'm muted, there's nothing wrong with taking the favorites. Nothing wrong with that. Like could so. All right. See, this is where I can go so many ways here.
Manager?
Let's do the sign. What were you gonna say?
Manager?
Let's do manager. Let's
Okay.
do manager of the year. Let's do manager of the year here. I'll go with my NL pick. See, I'm giving it to two proven guys already, and I listen. I really hope that he can, kind of guide the ship. I'm not giving it to Craig Counsell, overrated manager. I'm not giving it to him. Um, welcome back, Terry Francona. Welcome back. Uh, good managers, can help you win ball games. They can also lose you ball games too. Believe me, I saw with Dave Roberts for a lot of years. Um, Terry Francona, I think he's gonna get this ship in order, and I think he's gonna really help this Reds team compete. Because we've heard about talk about the Reds, and some people, the Reds always come into this to the last couple seasons as like everybody's dark horse to make the playoffs or something or win the division. I don't. I think Terry Francona is going to help with that a lot. So he's my NL manager of the year for 2025.
I like it. And he was definitely on my board when we were going over all this. However, I kind of like touched on it right before we started recording. I was up in the air about manager of the year for the National League, and I'm gonna give it to a guy who I don't think his team is gonna make the postseason. However, I think they're gonna be a whole lot better than what people expect. Give me Tippy. I'm taking Dave Martinez here. This is a guy who I think is going. Yeah,
I like
he's
it.
had a few seasons in Washington. He has seen what this young core can do, and he's a guy who I feel these young guys can get behind. They're gonna play for him, and they're gonna play hard for him. And I think he's gonna build a culture in that clubhouse to where why not us? We can very easily make some noise in the National League East. And I'm not saying that they're gonna win the whole damn thing. I don't even think they're gonna make the postseason. But and that's only because the National League is so damn stacked. It's ridiculously stacked, and Washington's just not there yet. But I think Washington's a really sneaky good team, and that's why I'm giving it to Dave Martinez.
I'm going to go with second year manager Carlos Mendoza from the Mets. They really showed that they can compete last year. Made a few additions this year, some
Oh,
pretty good
gee.
additions. Almost lost Pete Alonso, but they got him back too. I think they're just gonna be better than they were even last year. I know it's hard because they made it to World Series, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Carlos Mendoza.
Nothing wrong with that. See it. You mentioned it. They clearly like playing for Carlos Mendoza. And when was the last time a Mets manager has been beloved like Carlos Mendoza? What? Um, I don't even remember. But it's been a while.
Eric
Yeah.
Collins?
Yeah, and a lot of people a lot of people didn't like the signing
Right.
last year when the Mets made the signing. They A lot of people thought they could have went with a different choice, but
I
Yeah.
knew he was going to be good, man. I knew it. Carlos
That's
Mendoza
true.
deserved it. He's
You
he's
did,
he's a
you
good
did
guy.
call it right from the beginning. You did call it right from the beginning. Uh, and else, I mean, Cy Young Awards. Cy Young Awards.
We have a AL manager.
Oh, dumbass.
All good.
Okay, AL. You know, this league is so weak. Now, part of it is because I'm very high on this team, and they have put better players on the field this offseason. I'm going Alex Cora. I'm going Alex Cora. Like everybody loves to play for that guy. For some reason, he gets a slap on the wrist for the whole cheating scandal thing. Everybody else is crucified. Well, I guess AJ Hinch too, but Alex Cora is teams just. I know last season was not good for the Red Sox, but we have seen it in years past when the Red Sox spend money on their team and put a good product on the field. You know they're gonna get excellent managing from Alex Cora. And of course, I think I'm very high on the Red Sox this year. So Alex Cora wins American League Manager of the Year and gets the Red Sox back in the postseason.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with a guy who I'm very high on his team, and I mean he is what he is. Yeah, I'm going AJ Hinch here. This is a guy who I'm. You're gonna understand a little bit of why I'm so high on this Detroit team. They are a young team, and I think they made that step last year, and I don't see that stopping. They are not going to slow down. They made some good signings in the offseason, and I think this is gonna be the year that they really do put it together, and they're a true contender. Um, and AJ Hinch, he's a proven guy. He was the right signing for Detroit, the right hire. Um, yeah, give me AJ Hinch.
I'm gonna go Matt. I don't know. I had trouble with this before. Matt Cortero from Kansas City
Hmm.
Royals. I am very, very high on the Royals this year. Um, Another young team led by Bobby Witt Jr. And I just think Matt Cortero is gonna take home the Cy Young this year. So,
I like it.
or I meant
I know
City
what you
Manager of the Year.
meant.
I like it. I like it. All right. Let's see. Now we had three different ones with that. I like this. I like this.
Yeah.
Three different manager of the years in the
Yeah.
American League. All right. Teased it earlier. Let's do Cy Young Award here. I can't keep the smile off my face. I'm sorry. Like, National League Cy Young Award winner Yoshinobu Yamamoto. God damn it! I think he's gonna win Cy Young Award this year. Came into spring feeling very good. His bullpens were fantastic. He pitched very well in his first start in Japan. Obviously, fantastic in the postseason. You know, literally turned into almost the ace of this team. And I know he got dinged up last year and he was out for like 2.5 months, but year two of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Cy Young Award winner in the National League. I can see it. I think it's going to happen.
I like it. All right. He made me eat my words last year. I'm going Paul Skeens here. I don't think that there's
Ooh,
I
okay.
I don't think that there's much other choice here for me. Um, yeah,
Well, Blake Snell, Tyler Glass.
that's okay. I'll stick with Paul Skeens here. Um, yeah, coming off a Rookie of the Year award, he finished as a finalist for the Cy Young last year. Um, yeah, no, I don't think I need to say too much about this. I'm gonna take Paul Skeens here.
This is going to be the year he's finally going to win it. Give me Zach Wheeler.
There it
There
is.
we go.
He should have won it. Should have won it in 2021 when Corbin Burns won it. So this should be a second one, but with the Phillies. But give me Phillies ace Zach Wheeler.
I like it.
I like it. I like it. All right, here's one of the. Oh wait, no, hang on. I almost messed this up again. You see, uh, American League Cy Young Award winner again. I'm keeping the theme with the Red Sox. Give me Garrett Crochet with this one. I'm keeping the theme here. Second straight lefty to win the Cy Young, and I mentioned it. He's going to be the ace of this team for the Red Sox. That's going to help them get to the postseason, and I think Garrett Crochet is going to have a big hand in that. Now I understand he has to stay healthy, which he, has a little trouble with, but I think he puts it all together.
I like the pick. He was one of the guys I was going back and forth on. Um, however, give me the ace of the KC team. Give me Cole Reagans. He's a guy who we've seen flashes that could be one of the best starting pitchers in all of baseball, and I think he's going to continue it this year. I think he's gonna take home the Cy Young.
For the second straight year, I think I'm going to pick Tarek Skubal
I
from
like it.
Detroit. I mean, we all saw his full potential last year, and I think he's just going to continue into 2025 and take home his take home a Cy Young for the second year in
He's
a
going to
row.
get lit up on opening day. He's going to get lit up on opening day. He'll be out. I'll make a prediction. You want a prediction? He'll be out of the game by the third inning. You want a prediction? There's your prediction.
There we
Tarek
go.
Skubal will not last 3 innings on Thursday at Dodger Stadium, where he gets lit up in front of 50,000 Dodger fans. There's your
That's
prediction.
that's a clip.
Yes, that's a clip. Watch, he's gonna pitch like 7 scoreless
It's
innings.
scoreless.
He's gonna strike out like
Throw,
15.
throw a
Yeah, throw a
perfect
perfect
game,
game. Take a perfect game.
strike out every 6
Otani 0 for
bases.
4. Yeah, no, but listen, yeah, Tarek Skubal, that's that's not a bad pick at all.
Mm.
Again, I think we all took lefties again. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, Reagans
yeah,
is also a lefty,
and
so
we're picking different guys here. I like it.
yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's good.
So can't wait. I can't wait. 48, 72 hours from now. Tarek Skubal, probably around the. No, it'll still be early, but he's getting out of the game early. I'm telling you. Okay. Uh, MVPs, MVPs. Let's do it. All right. Listen, you heard me mention this before. We're starting off with the National League. You're gonna have to do something pretty historic to take the MVP award away from Shohei Ohtani. Only one man has been able to do that. Aaron Judge in 2022 with 62. Yes, Kyle's pointing to him. That is the only man that has been able to steal, well, not steal, able to take away an MVP from Shohei Ohtani. I don't see anybody in the National League doing that this year. He's good, and he's gonna pitch. Like if there was ever a year for Shohei Ohtani not to win the MVP again, it was last year because he was only hitting. But then of course, and then he hit 50-50. Shohei Ohtani hitting and now pitching this season.
Yeah, I don't need to say much. Give me Shohei.
Yeah, give me
I
Shohei.
knew that one was going to be a clear
Yeah,
one.
unanimous. Yep, unanimous.
Not really.
Nothing wrong with that. Um, okay, American League. I think we all. I don't. I think we'll be very different with this, but I was stuck between two
Yep.
guys. I was thinking of somebody in Texas, but not maybe not MVP. Give me Bobby Witt Jr. Kansas City. I think this is the year he puts it together. Has a monster year for the Royals. I feel pretty confident about that. I listen. Obviously, I wanted to give it maybe to Judge again, but I don't know. Like I think Judge is still going to do great, and I think he's going to do fine. Like obviously, he's going to be in the MVP conversation, but there's also this thing called voter fatigue. We've seen it in other leagues. I think maybe sometimes the writers wanted to give it to somebody else, and I know there was a lot of people making the case for Bobby Witt Jr. last year, which I didn't understand it. I thought Judge was the clear winner, but I think this is the year for Bobby Witt Jr.
I get it. I also think Bobby Witt Jr. is going to have a monster year. I do. I think he's the heart and soul of that KC team. But let me tell you who's going to have a better year, and that's Aaron
Oh,
Judge. Let Aaron James Judge, my captain. I can't bet against him. I never will. Aaron Judge, third should be fourth MVP coming soon.
Yep, I agree.
What a
Give me Bobby
guy!
Witt Jr.
Get that.
I've mentioned it earlier. I'm very high on Royals going into the year, so I think he's again gonna be the leader of it. So Bobby Witt Jr. is I think, gonna take home his first MVP.
Who the fuck do I work with? What the hell is this? This is bullshit. No, I get it. I get it.
all right. Now we're not doing. I'm not doing World Series yet.
Okay. I was gonna
We gotta
ask you.
give. We gotta give the playoff teams first.
Okay.
Yep.
Um, I have my 6 for each. I think. I just gotta make sure. Who did I select for? Oh shit. Okay. Uh, my 6 in the National League. Dodgers. These are my division winners. Dodgers, Cubs. I think I picked the Phillies to win the division. I think
I'll
I
tell
might
you.
have to. Yeah, that's true. Who did?
Checking right now.
You picked yes, Philly to win.
Okay, so
You pick
Dodgers, Cubs, Phillies are my division winners. My 3 wildcard teams: Arizona, Mets. Not giving it to San Diego. Sorry, not doing it. Atlanta. Those are my 6.
Solid. I like it. You and I have the same exact six. However, a little bit different. My division winners are the Dodgers, the Cubs, and the Braves. My wild card teams: Philly, New York, Arizona.
my three division winners are Phillies, Dodgers, Cubs, and my wild card teams: Mets, Braves, and the San Diego
Ooh.
Padres.
Okay.
Okay.
I had a feeling one of us was gonna have to have the Padres in there.
I think the Padres are gonna have a good year.
Yep. I hope they don't, but wouldn't be surprised.
This is where it gets fishy.
Yes. Kyle, I hope you have
Yeah,
the AL in front. Our predictions. I hope you have our AL. Hope you have my AL in front.
I do.
Rangers.
Hmm.
Rangers. Who did I? I didn't. I. Who did I pick to? Who did I pick for the Central?
The Central, you had picked Cleveland.
Cleveland. Okay. I mean, I can also back out of it now, but
You can. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Rangers, Cleveland, Boston. Sorry, when we made our AL East predictions, this Yankee team was a lot healthier. So
Hmm.
Boston,
Understandable.
I'm still taking the Yankees for a postseason spot, so they get one of the wild cards.
This is where I had trouble. Right where you're at.
Kansas City. See, I could give this last spot. It's like three different teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, is this the year the Astros finally missed the postseason? Oh man, not confident in this. Gonna go Detroit. I'm going Detroit with my last pick.
Okay. Baltimore misses the postseason for you.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I was thinking of that.
Interesting. Minnesota as well.
Yeah,
It makes sense. Like
it
this
does. Yeah.
American League, this American League side of things is very hard to pick the
Can we
postseason.
have a play-in tournament in the American, just in the American League? Can we steal that from the NBA? I want to
Be
see these. I want to see two, or no, I want to see four 82 win teams killing each other for the last spot.
understandable.
Yep.
All right. So division winners for the American League, I have Texas, Detroit, and Boston. My wild card teams, the Yankees, Baltimore, and Cleveland. I have KC missing the postseason.
Ooh, okay. After being so high on them last year,
I was. However, if I'm sticking with the way that you know, put some of these divisions out, I had KC finishing third in the AL
that's true.
Central. Also, too, not gonna take away anything from them, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the route of the Rangers. Just last year, they World Series slump. I feel like KC's gonna have a postseason slump. I think they're gonna miss it, but I'm not saying they're bad. I want to put that out there. They're a good up and coming team, and I think they're just gonna fall off a little bit, and I think Cleveland's gonna sneak in.
All right. So my division winners, I had the Seattle Mariners, Kansas City Royals, and I'm sticking with the Yankees for the
Damn,
AL
I
East.
wish.
And then my wild card picks, I'm going with the. This is going to look a little different than I had originally. Red Sox, Tigers, and Orioles.
Yep. I listen. I can see any one of our that American League is going to be so tricky. Like I said, I can see Kansas City missing. I can see Detroit missing. I can see, Baltimore getting. I can see all these different scenarios. I can see all of it. So kind of interesting to see
Yep.
where our heads are at, and I'm gonna obviously will pay close attention to this as the season progresses and see which ones we were on target and which ones we were completely off with. But
Yeah.
um, okay, this just popped into my head right now.
Hmm.
Before we do World Series predictions, you don't, and again, you guys don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'm gonna give you my final four teams that will be left standing when we get to the championship series. I think your NLCS Dodgers. See, I really wanted to take the Cubs, but I don't like what I saw in Japan. I know it was only 2 games, but I think it's going to be the Dodgers. I think it's going to be the Dodgers over. I think it's going to be the Dodgers over the Phillies. That's my NLCS. And in the American League, I think it's going to be Rangers, Boston. That's my ALCS.
Okay. I'll give you mine because I've been thinking about it a little bit. In the National League, it's going to be the Dodgers and the Braves.
Ooh.
And American League, Texas and Detroit.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, I like it. Yes.
those are my picks. I'm not going to go any further because I'll wait until the World Series picks.
All right. So for my NLCS, I'm gonna have a repeat of last year: Dodgers and Mets. And my ALCS, I will be having Kansas City and Detroit.
I like that.
I like this. I like this. I like this. Yes. This is fantastic. All right. We've teased it long enough. Let's now make our World Series predictions. I will start. Look at how happy I am right now. Oh my goodness. Listen, listen, listen. I know you guys are like, yeah, just pick the Dodgers. Hurry up. Hang on, let me give my reasoning. We have not had a repeat champion in this sport since the beginning, or really the end of the 20th century. I think this is the year that finally gets broken in this sport. Dodgers are going to repeat as your World Series champions in 2025. And I think they will beat the American League representative, the Texas Rangers. Give me the Dodgers in 6 over the Rangers. Repeat as champions. And the Dodgers are baseball's newest dynasty in the sport. The crown jewel of baseball. Oh, and I get another parade down Broadway, baby. Oh, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Give me the Dodgers to repeat as world champions, and they win their 9th championship. That's my World Series prediction.
Okay. I like it. I love the confidence. So,
That's what rings do to you, Kyle. That's what rings do.
yeah, you're right. I suppose. So, this is going to be interesting. Melo, I want to make sure you got your AirPods on for this one.
Oh, shit.
My World Series pick,
Oh boy.
the American League representatives, the Detroit Tigers, against your National League representative, Atlanta Braves.
Oh, what?
I have Detroit against Atlanta, with Atlanta winning in 6.
Oh, come on. We can't have this, man. Mikey and I don't like that. Oh,
Listen,
I don't want to see the Braves win another World Series.
listen to me. I'm high on both of these teams, Detroit and Atlanta. Atlanta is going to be fully healthy, ready to go, and I think they're gonna steamroll once the postseason starts. I think it's don't get me wrong, the Dodgers are going to be a gauntlet. It's going to be a hell of a NLCS to get through, but I think Atlanta comes out in 7 games. Going over to Detroit, I think they're a young team, and they are playing with fire. We got a taste of it last year, and I think they're going to make it all the way. However, I think Atlanta is going to be too much of a powerhouse for them to overtake. So I'm taking Atlanta in 6.
Damn, you got me scared now. I can actually see that happening with the Braves.
Fully healthy. They're a scary team, man.
They got to get past the Phillies first, though. They have to slay their dragon.
All right. Well, I'm going a complete different
Ooh,
route
okay.
than both of you. I will have a repeat of the 2015 World Series between the New York Mets
Oh
and the
shit.
Kansas City
I
Royals.
like this. Oh, I like this.
Oh shit.
This time it's going to be a different result. I'm going to take the Mets instead over the Royals.
Oh, Juan Soto delivers a ring in the first year. Oh my god, that's gonna make Kyle so mad.
Jose Iglesias ain't there anymore. Let's pump the brakes a little bit here. No, I love that. I love that all three of us are different. Like literally, we have six different teams.
I don't think. Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't think
We
any of
have
us said
six
the same
different
team
yeah, six
either.
different
Like,
teams in the World Series. I like this a lot. I do because I think all three of these outcomes
yep, this.
in a world I could see all of them.
Clay Holmes wins ALCS MVP and Juan Soto wins World Series MVP.
Yeah,
Two
no, that ain't
former Yankees.
get the fuck out of here.
Look what happens when you leave the
Oh
All
Mets or you
wow.
leave
right,
the
come on
Yankees.
now, come on.
Damn.
I'm catching strays, man. I wasn't even a homer this year, and
No,
my pick last year came to fruition.
it did. You just didn't pick
It,
the winner.
yeah, come on, yeah.
I like it, man. I am very yeah. I think this is a thing. I can see all three of our outcomes happening. I actually can.
hmm
Nobody took like the A's or the
Yeah,
Rockies or anything like that. Like, I can see Mets, Royals. I can see Tigers, Braves, and I can see Dodgers, Rangers.
Yeah.
Again, this is also like just to see where our heads are at a little bit. You know,
hmm
because again, we've been previewing these divisions for the last 6 weeks, but
yeah.
we don't want to give our cards away. We want to save our big stuff for the end here.
It
So,
came together. It really did.
man, Mets first since '86. Man. All right.
Mets gonna Met, man. It's in their DNA.
You telling me Juan Soto's gonna forget how to hit
Maybe
in the
not forget how,
postseason?
but we'll see. We'll see.
Any other outlandish takes you guys have? Now is the time to do it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anything?
Kyle, how far do you have the Mets going? I
How
just
far do
kind
I
of
have
want
the
to
Mets
know.
going?
Like, yeah, because you didn't have them in the
No,
championship series either.
I see him making it to the division series.
Uh, I think their division. I think their division series out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're too good to get knocked down the wild card, but I I think they make noise in the wild card round and then they get knocked out in the division series. However, that's going to match up. Obviously, we don't know seeding. We That's way too far out. So I'm going to say division
Yeah,
series. That's
yeah,
where I'm going.
exactly. All right.
Um,
I think
let
one
me.
of the Bichettes or Vladdy Jr. gets traded this year.
Ooh, okay,
There. Let's get the ball rolling here a little bit.
okay.
I think
I
either
like.
Bichette or Vladdy get traded this year at the deadline.
I could see it. I really could.
None of us had the Blue Jays making the playoffs either this year.
No, I have one for you.
No.
Washington flirts with that third place.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, because right now I have the Mets finishing third in the division. I don't see Washington too far out.
Trying to think of more. I don't think we say. I mean, this is not crazy, but I don't think we see Anthony Rendon at all this year.
No, yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of trades now. You had my mind spinning with trades
Yeah.
because I kind of want to throw a crazy one out there.
The A's won't make it to the end of the first season in Sacramento.
Mm, okay.
I think they obviously they'll play the full 81 games because they have to, but
Yeah.
I think they might be looking for a new home immediately after that. Because I haven't heard anything too positive
Yeah.
about that place.
hmm
So
Um. Okay. This isn't too crazy considering my World Series pick. I think Detroit makes a move at the deadline for a superstar hitter. I don't know what that looks like at the moment. I'm trying to think of some names that could
Vladdy
be
Jr.
tossed in there. A Vladdy, a hmm, trying to go through some of these teams, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of other teams that could be open for business.
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
I gotta go. Mets trade for Mason Miller at the
Ooh.
trade deadline.
okay, okay.
I know they got Edwin Diaz, but hey, switch them off. Throw Diaz in for the 8th, Miller for the 9th. Depending on matchups, you could do switch them.
Okay, I like that.
Trying to get my trying to get my brain going here a little bit. A team, okay, like Detroit. I could see them trying to go after Luis Robert. Mm, damn.
I think Justin Verlander will be on a contending team.
Mm,
I think he'll get traded again at the deadline.
I can see it.
He's looked good in spring training.
Yeah.
The velo's a little back up.
I got one. Jacob DeGrom finishes top
There
5
I
in
we
the
like
AL
go.
Cy Young.
I like
There
it.
we go.
I like that a lot.
I think he's going to finally be healthy for a full year.
I may have hinted at this earlier in the offseason, but I think the Dodgers will flirt with 116 wins. I don't think they're going to get there, but
Hmm.
I think they'll flirt with it. I'm gonna be very interested if the Dodgers have like 100 wins by the end of August.
Hmm.
I really want to know if they're gonna go for it. I don't want them to, because then it'll just be a
It'll be a
catastrophe. It'll be a bigger catastrophe if they just fall in the end at the postseason.
hmm. I have another one. I think if the Yankees are serious about making some noise in the AL East and trying to contend and actually being serious, after the Garrett Cole news, I wouldn't be shocked if they end with Dylan Cease on this team.
Yeah, I can see it.
I could see the Yankees going and making a run for Dylan Cease.
Um, he's so good that he's already living up to the contract. I don't think by the end of the year, I don't think Shohei Ohtani is gonna have a spot in the rotation.
Mm,
They have so much pitching,
Ooh.
and this ties into my other one though. I think when we get to the postseason, I think Otani's gonna come out of the bullpen as a reliever.
I like it.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Maybe pitch 2 innings, close out. I don't know, maybe the World Series. I'll cry, dude. I would cry if that. I would run on the field too if that happens.
I don't want to say that this is going to happen because I don't think it will, but I am going to say I think they at least take calls on him. Julio Rodriguez. I think the Mariners could take calls on him come the trade
Yeah,
deadline.
I could see it.
The contract's decent for the type of player he is, and if this team doesn't make any noise, like obviously Mikey, you and I have complete different opinions on the Mariners this year, but the way that I think the season's going to go, they're going to be falling down in that AL West division by the trade deadline, and I think they're going to be open for business, whether that's with that absolutely stacked pitching staff or, like I said, Julio Rodriguez.
He is
Yeah.
still young too, so
I have two. Uh, Shit, and of course I forgot the other one. But the one I want to do. Oh yeah, I have two. Bryce Harper, top 5 finish, MVP voting this year again.
Okay.
kind of goes in hand with the Phillies division winners.
Hmm.
Um, and I think, and listen, this is going to hurt me to say, so I think this is the final year of Clayton Kershaw. I think this is it. This is it right here. He's 20 something strikeouts away from 3,000. I think this is it.
Yeah.
This is it right here.
I want to see him get it.
I
I
do
want,
too, and I hope it's at home.
yeah. I want
But
to see him get it.
I think this is the final year for Kershaw. This is it right here. I think he's dealt with a lot of injuries in the last couple seasons. Like I really think this is it. You know, so win for Kershaw. Win for Kershaw this year. You want more motivation? Win it for him. Damn it.
I get it. How do you guys feel about Scherzer and Verlander? You think they got more in
Uh,
it?
I feel like Scherzer's got less, but I feel like if I had to pick between the two, Verlander
Okay.
would have more in him.
Okay, I got a couple prize picks here that I'm going to do during the season. This is full season. I am taking the over on Paul Skeens strikeouts 215 and a half. I am taking the over on Aaron Judge 5.5 multi-home run games this season. I am taking the over on Corbin Burns and wins at 12. I am taking the over Blake Snell 192 strikeouts. I'm taking the over. And I'm going to do more. Hey! Phone dropped. Trying to get more. Believe me, I'm gonna have like 3 different ones this year, but those are kind of the ones I have for right now. So, not that I need, not that I, it's fantasy sports, I guess, but technically it is. So, trying to look at some other ones here. Oh, I think this is an easy one right here. Jared Duran over 73 RBIs. Give me that. That's an easy one too. That's too low.
Yeah.
That's free. That's free money right there.
Oh, here's one. You kind of touched on him there. Jaron Duran finishes top 5 AL MVP.
Yep, I could see that. Yep.
Yeah.
You don't need a tennis racket for that one.
Oh, that's
I
great.
like that.
I think we've done it all. I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Made some
Absolutely.
good picks. Bold
Yes.
predictions.
I'm very happy with our picks.
I am too.
We had the same on a few of the awards.
Yeah.
But I think I'm very, very happy with our World Series picks. All 3 of us were different.
Yeah.
And there were some shocks in there.
Yes.
Because I mean, I'm high on Detroit this year, obviously. Melo, you just snuck them as a wild card. It's very interesting to see where our heads are at going into the season.
Okay, you got another one. I'll give you another one. I didn't like all the MVP talk for Lindor last year. I think he gets booed at a Mets game this year for his
Ooh,
performance,
okay.
and he gives him the thumbs down. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he's gonna do all that again. I don't think he's gonna do all that again. That was more Javi Baez than any. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe we'll
reaching
get
to the bottom of the
something on
barrel
it.
now. I think
Ooh,
Lindor gets booed.
Okay. I got one. Stanton retires at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's a good one. I could see that.
I think I think this injury. I don't think we're going to see him on the field at all, and I think it's going to be it. It pains me to say, but unfortunately, I think Stanton's all but done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, trying to look at their schedule here. When does? This is not really a hot take, but I'll just throw it out there. I think Juan Soto hits a home run first game at Citi Field.
Okay.
First AB. First AB against. It is a 12 o'clock. Well, it's 3 o'clock over there. 3 o'clock game against the Blue Jays. and that
Okay.
place is going to be packed because they want to see Soto. So I think he hits a home run first AB.
I'm really digging at the bottom of the barrel here, but I'm cool with it. He goes. I'm gonna say he goes 2 for 8 in his Subway Series against the Yankees.
Ooh, wow, that's really specific.
He goes 2 for 8 with a single. And since I'm digging, he's gonna hit a triple and he's gonna have a single. That's what I'm gonna say. But he's gonna go 2 for 8.
Well, the Yankees give him a tribute video.
No, hell no.
Okay. All right. You only hit like one of the biggest home runs in your franchise's history in like 15
Yeah.
years. I mean,
The World
Let me tell you
Series.
something. Luke Voigt holds a better place in my heart than what Juan Soto does.
wow. Home run leader in 2020, Luke Voigt.
That Luke Voigt, damn right.
Yankee fans
Oh,
still
get the fuck
coping.
out of here.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this episode 120. Very good. Very
Yes.
good.
Get excited.
Get
Get
yeah, let's
excited.
get excited.
Opening day is here, man.
Opening day. Yes, let's get excited. Yes. We are no longer the hunters. We are the hunted.
Oh
And we're
man.
completely fine with that. We're fine with that. Like the song says, not like us. Let's do it again, damn it. Let's get another one. Let's get another one. I like Mookie. I need the whole hand filled up here. Let's go. Like, see how shiny that is. All right. Listen, after this week, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I'm taking full advantage.
So
Thank you guys for listening, watching, however you do it. Look out for our predictions because we will post them this week. Don't get mad at us. They are predictions. I'm sure they're better than yours. So,
No hate
yes,
comments, please.
yes, no threats. No threats.
well, okay, well, real quick before we get out of here, what is that
Yes,
what's that uh what's what's that one comment that we always get?
jack
Uh,
off.
yeah, jack off. I'm sure we'll be hearing that this week.
Yeah.
Hey, we gave him love to his Mets. Mikey had them winning the World Series this year.
These damn jagoffs, man.
Yep.
All right, well, enjoy opening day because we will. I hope. But whether you're going to be at a game this weekend or you're going to be watching at home, enjoy it. Because now we got 162 games to enjoy
Hopefully
baseball.
Absolutely.
all teams can win for us.
Yeah. I'm not holding out hope.
All right, then.
We got a pretty
All right, then. Well,
Zach position.
Yeah.
Future Cy Young of
Had to get
this year,
that in there.
Zach Wheeler.
all right, then. Enjoy the games. We'll see you next week. Adios.